Welcome into the Big Red pregame show. We are here ahead of a big game against JP2 for homecoming on Friday. Big Red coming off a resounding 21-0 shutout of rivals Brentwood Academy. William, big story of the night was that goose egg for the Eagles. How did your defense get it done?
I mean, Khrushchevin, great defensive coach. He, game planning all week. He knew what to do. And our defense, great practice all week. They executed. And, when we do our job, we execute, we get stuff done. So that's what happened.
Claiborne, 2 big touchdowns off scramble drills between you and Marcel. What's been the key to that connection this year?
I mean, we've been playing together for a long time, so I guess we just had a lot of chemistry. And when I see him roll out, I try to find an open spot, and he finds me usually. So.
Yeah, love that.
So a long week of smack talk between the Eagles and the Dog Pound, and saw on BA's Instagram some interesting posters, just some interesting signs, maybe a couple memes. We already spoke about their TikToks. Just any last words for the Eagles after they exited here with the shutout?
We shut them out. I don't think there's anything else to say besides that.
All right. I'm sure y'all have been going through film. You got to know him by now. Kenny Minchie. What are y'all's takes on him? And I know y'all are all offensive guys, but just in general, what's the goal to shutting him down?
They get a great offense, great defense. Not a single team in our league's bad. Every team we go up against has got a great offense, great defense. But we got a better defense than their offense, I think personally. And they had a great game last week, great game the week before, and I think they'll show out this Friday as well. So,
from my understanding, last year they beat us a lot on the screens and tunnel plays, like the HB or wide receiver middle screen, and
Mike Beach special.
We need to be prepared for that, and a lot of things like that.
They got 3 pretty good receivers. Their QB's really good, and they lost their running back from last year, but they got a new guy who's pretty big and fast.
So obviously, district competition, heated as always. 4 teams right now tied at 1-1. What would a win on Friday mean as far as playoff position for y'all to kind of feel a little bit safer? What would that sort of confidence do for y'all going down the stretch of the season?
This game, like you said, this game's a huge game, the region game, and if we win, then we better our chance at getting a bye week, first week of playoffs, and solidifying our chance at a state championship. So I think this game is significantly important as well as having a region game.
I feel like we all understand and feel like we've left some on the table in this past. There's 3 games, and I feel like now, knowing that this is a region game and that we have the opportunity to be 2-0 in the region instead of being just having 3 losses, we can really rally around that, and it's a big game.
Yeah. As he said, we had 3 losses, 2 of which were really close, so I think it's a big game. And if we win this, we get to 2-1.
Big Red were able to control the ground game. Red Hail's over 200 yards. Is running the ball going to be just as important next week?
Oh, for sure. Always important.
It's definitely.
They got a pretty crazy defense, but if we do our jobs, line shows out. Running backs, great running backs. We show out on offense. We're going to keep it up and we're going to drive it down their throats.
Oh yeah.
We all know if Coach U likes to run and throw line and get firing, it just leads to everything else.
Yeah, when you run, everything else is opened up a lot. So.
Love that.
Y'all got any updates on Max or Harry? Those guys doing all right, getting better? Anything?
Yeah, Max is coming back this week.
Wow, love that. It's huge news.
Harry did his exertion test today, so coming off COVID, he's been a little weak, but he should be good to go this week.
Battling it out.
Love that.
Gotcha.
That's big. That's big for us.
All right, last question before we move on to game picks. Big Red beat JP2 on Friday if
we do our job.
Yeah. We stop them on defense, can run the ball, I think we beat them.
If everyone does their job, everyone executes what they're supposed to execute. I don't think any team can beat us.
Wow, so love that.
Brad, do we have a message for the Dog Pound ahead of homecoming?
It's a big game, homecoming. I know some of y'all might want to go ahead and see y'all's dates on Friday night, hang out with them. No, it's not. That's not the answer. I want y'all in the dog pound. I want it. Last week we did a great job. I want it even more though. You know, it's a big game. We need this district game. We need this win to go to 2-1. Give us great playoff standards. And so yeah, be loud, be proud. We have not figured out a theme, but I assume we will be painting up for the homecoming game. Just so that's a big news. So yeah, be there.
Yeah, I mean, no one likes to go to the dance the next day after a loss, and I mean, if you can be there and make a difference in some way, somehow, I think you got to be there.
Yeah, and the players really like it. I mean, you can ask them; they feed off that, so it'd be big for them and help them out.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll transition into game picks.
Yes.
All right, so fresh off a shellacking from the Big Red, BA is going to be home to take on the Purple Wave coming from Memphis. Will BA score this week? Do we even need to pick the game? Does BA score against Christian Brothers?
I think after a heavily whooping, they'll bounce back and feel some need to get some points on the board, and definitely do so.
I think they might be able to put one on the board. Probably one.
Yeah. So think about this game. The Purple Wave has some big boys. You know, we played them in lacrosse. They got some big bodies, some scary dudes down there. Purple Wave is going to put up a mismatch against BA. I mean, it's going to be a blowout in my opinion. 35-7, the Purple Wave, Christian Brothers.
Okay, yeah, I mean, piggybacking off what Brad just said, you know, I think BA is going to put points up, maybe 7, maybe 14, but I really think the Purple Wave is going to win by at least 2 to 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Christian Brothers has it in the bag, but BA's coming off a tough loss. They'll bring some, but I think Christian Brothers will win
All right, we know the Pope will be tuning in on Friday. Knox Catholic going to Father Ryan.
Wow.
Who wins and why?
I'm a Catholic boy myself. I don't really know much about Knox Catholic, so I know a couple Ryan players. I say Ryan takes it.
Wow.
I have to agree with you on this one. I say Ryan takes it too.
Sorry, boys, but I'm going to have to disagree with this. I know y'all wide receivers love those Father Ryan boys over there. But that's just not going to happen. Knox Catholic has just too many good athletes. They're so athletic over there. Every sport, they're good. I got Knox Catholic big.
Yeah, you know, I was taking the ACT this weekend, and I had a couple of Father Ryan football players in there. You know, they're actually some great guys, and they've got a good mindset over there at Ryan. I think they're going to show everybody what they can do, and I think they're going to beat Knox Catholic. I also know Knox Catholic got whooped by Macaulay. We played pretty close to Macaulay. We also played pretty close to Ryan, so I think Ryan can take this.
You know, I think both are pretty good teams. I think it'll be a dogfight, but I'd have to say Knox Catholic coming out on top.
Yes.
Chattanooga teams a combined 9-1. How about that? Baylor going to play at Macaulay on Friday. Who takes Chattanooga?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking Macaulay's taking this one. I just from based off our game, they're a pretty good team. Gonna put up some points, play some good defense. Got Macaulay.
I think I'm gonna take Baylor in this one.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to piggyback on Claiborne. I think Baylor will be handing Macaulay their first loss, and not in just easy fashion. I think in a pretty big way. I think Macaulay's just going to go into this game not thinking much of Baylor, but that's wrong. Baylor can flat out play football. That's a 14-point win by Baylor. Game over.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I feel like this Baylor Macaulay rivalry is, you know, similar to our NBA BA or NBA Innsworth rivalry. You know, very similar dynamic there, and you know, I haven't heard a lot about Baylor this year. Maybe that's on me, and they're doing something. But you know, I saw Macaulay play. They pound the rock. They play kind of like us in a way. You know, all boys school. I just think the Blue Tornado is going to take the win here.
Piggyback off Andrew, you know, both are great teams, but I do see Macaulay taking the win here.
All right, Sam Pittman's going back to Georgia on Saturday. Woo Pig or go Dogs?
Wow.
I think that Dogs defense is just too tough, and I don't think Arkansas, they've been playing some good football recently, but I don't know if they can get past the Dogs.
I'm definitely going with the upset. Arkansas is winning this one by at least 14.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Claiborne. Even though the Dogs are a solid defensive team. If you saw Arkansas move the ball last week against A&M, who also has a very good defense, it was impressive. I was very much impressed by Woo Pig Sooie. I got the Razorbacks coming in hot. And I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 17-14 Arkansas win.
Defensive
Right.
shutout.
Defensive showdown.
Here's what I really think. I think if Arkansas puts up a lot of points in the first half, they'll run away with it. But if Georgia keeps it close in the first half, they're taking over in the second half. They're coming out there and they're beating them. I think Georgia has a better team. I definitely think Arkansas can get the upset. But my prediction is Arkansas keeps it close for a little bit, and then the defense starts kicking in, and Georgia just runs away with this one.
I think Georgia's a better team. I think from the get-go they'll take lead and they'll hold it. So
Here's my thing. I think the Georgia-Clemson game, I mean, Georgia only won 10-3, and you just saw how NC State beat Clemson. So I think Georgia was getting a lot of hype until this week. So I'm not expecting too much out of the Dogs, to be honest.
I think Arkansas has a lot better offense than Clemson did. And I feel like that defense, although it might be pretty tough, if Arkansas, like you said, if Arkansas can get it rolling early, I don't know if Georgia has the offensive firepower to come on.
I think it's all about the first half of that game.
Arkansas's hot right now.
Yeah, they are. Playing off a lot of energy.
Speaking of a team that's often pretty hot, Alabama. Ole Miss coming to town. Lane Kiffin, Nick Saban. Doesn't get much better than that. Will the Lane train roll out of Tuscaloosa?
If you know me well, you know I'm a diehard Ole Miss fan. I got to go with my boys. I think our offense is doing pretty well this year, and our defense has always kind of been our crutch and our fallback as a team. But I think our defense is stepping it up this year. And with our hot offense, I think we can beat the Tide.
To be honest, I hate both Ole Miss and Alabama as a Tennessee fan.
Yep, there we go.
And
Go Vols.
I'm going to have to say, though, I'm going to have to go with Alabama on this one. Honestly, Ole Miss is just overrated. Most overrated team in college right now.
What's Tennessee's record?
It doesn't matter. Ole Miss is very overrated.
Hey, go Vols. It doesn't matter. I'm going to have to go that Ole Miss is going to win this football game. The reason why is John Rise Plumlee is my favorite athlete in anything. It is stated in my golf senior book that he is my favorite athlete. I mean, I just love the kid. He played baseball. He plays baseball. He started against Arizona in this College World Series. I mean, he is a fantastic athlete. Love him. He's going to have 3 touchdown passes. 3 touchdown catches on me. And, I mean, Corral's going to throw the rock to him all day long. 10 receptions, 205 yards, 3 touchdowns. Plumlee time.
JRP.
Hotty toddy.
JRP fluent there. Yeah, obviously with JRP, Ole Miss has an advantage, but I think what's really going to do it, I think Matt Corral is going to come out and he's going to make his Heisman statement game.
Wow.
He's going to put up a large amount of touchdowns against Alabama, and it's just going to shock the world. And I'm going to tell you, Oxford is going to be lively.
Yes, they are.
Oxford is going to be going
The
nuts.
square is going to be
booming. How much more would it mean for Oxford than Tuscaloosa? I mean, Tuscaloosa wins this football game. They go about their average old typical weekend. Oxford, the Rebs win this football game.
Ooh.
Oxford is electric, and I love that, and I want that, and I'm taking the Rebels in this football game.
Haggerty, you'll be in Oxford Saturday. Will you get your electric night, or will the Rebels fall short?
I agree with Andrew in the sense that it
Wow.
needs more of the reps.
It does.
Just means more.
Just means more.
I think
Also
that-
known as the Landsharks.
I mean, we haven't been ranked in a couple years, coming out, firing offense, defense is finally getting it together. We got a Heisman candidate quarterback, we got wide receivers.
I mean, if Matty C goes out that night and has a game and wins it for Ole Miss, I mean, I'm worried for you, Haggerty. I mean, you're going to be in Oxford. I'm worried about that, honestly.
That'd be a big
For me,
night.
it's not.
Titans playing the Jets.
Oh,
Can we
goodness.
get to 3-1,
I think it's
or is Zach Wilson gonna light us
Corey
up?
Davis revenge game.
I haven't been watching too much of the Jets, but all I've seen is Zach Wilson just hitting the deck, has no protection, not really getting the ball out on time when he does have the protection. It's just not clicking there yet. I think he could be a good quarterback in the NFL, but right now I'm just not seeing it, and I don't think either side of the ball can either stop Derrick Henry or play some defense.
I mean, Corey Davis is my favorite player in the NFL. I'm not gonna lie, but there's no way they beat us. The Titans are just Jets are too bad, and the Titans are too good.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm gonna go. Zach Wilson reminds me of Coleman Roddy back in his JV quarterback days. Likes to throw a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I'm saying Zach Wilson throws 4 INTs. Byard picks off 2 of them. He takes 2 of them back for 6. And we're shutting out the Jets. It's going to be big. 35-40 or 42-0. I mean, the Jets are awful.
Wow. Tighten up. I'm taking the Titans regardless, but I'm looking for, something from the Jets here. Corey Davis revenge game. They've got some really, just stud receivers, like, a guy like Braxton Berrios. I expect big numbers from him against the Titans defense. I'd love to see, AJ play a full healthy game. I'd love to see Julio make a splash. We know what Derrick Henry can do. I think this is just a good chance for the Titans to, test some things out, take some risks, because it's the Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how this really is a conversation. I mean, it's the Jets.
Yeah.
I had to do it. Quintuple not so fast. This feels like Titans. This feels like a Titans letdown game. I really hate to say it.
It does.
But this has got Titans just stink game written all over it. I'm afraid to say it, guys, but I'm gonna have to quintuple not so fast it.
I don't know, man.
I think if the offense can get it clicking, the Jets, y'all should watch out for number 8, Elijah Moore.
Oh, yeah.
Going back to the Ole Miss conversation.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a good wide receiver out there. I think he'll make some plays, and if he can get it going.
We'll see if he gets any celebration penalties, though. We'll watch out for that.
DK started that, and he just finished it.
The only way the Jets score is if we start Taylor Lewan, keep him on the bench. What's going to happen is one of their big Jets defensive linemen is going to tackle Tannehill and have a scoop and score. And I don't want that to happen. So if we start, they will have 1 touchdown. We'll still beat them 42-7.
Or their slot corner could
or their
knock
slot
over
corner, or one of their big defensive linemen.
I want to love.
Who's going to have a scoop and score.
I want to love Elijah Moore, although he was on my fantasy bench, dropped a whopping 0.8 points week 1. Not looking great for him. Zach Wilson. He's seeing ghosts out there, and he's feeling them too. They're coming and sacking him. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a not so fast.
I think Garantano's better than
I think
Zach Wilson.
What's an important question I think we have for the Titans? I'm wearing it right here. Do we think Julio will get in for more than 50% of the game? Because he has not been playing the past couple.
I feel like he's honestly been our number 1 receiver the past 2 weeks. So.
I agree.
AJ didn't play the whole game.
The Seahawks game, he got a touchdown called back on him, but last week I did not see him out there doing much at all.
Yeah, no,
kind
he
of
was
looked
not.
distressed when he went to get his helmet going.
I'm pretty sure he was injured.
He might have a hamstring, similar to AJ, but
who knows?
I want to see him out there more. He's a big investment for our team. He's a great player.
Yeah. So Claiborne's favorite, Corey Davis, is coming back to Nashville. Nobody's favorite, Tom Brady, is going back to New England. Is he going to win, or has Belichick got something up his sleeve?
I think even if Belichick did have something up his sleeve, it's no match for Tampa Bay. He's about to break the all-time passing yards record this weekend, I think. He's about 70 yards
in
away
New England?
at his own old place. I mean, not the greatest fan of the man, but he's the go. Like he's got what, 6 titles?
7.
7. I mean, it speaks for itself. Can't argue with results.
I will agree. I will say Tom Brady's what made Bill Belichick great. So he's the reason Bill Belichick's a good coach.
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
Not the other.
I'm gonna have to go with. I think the New England Patriots are gonna win this game. Due to not my favorite athlete, but one of my top 20 favorite athletes is Mac Jones.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, I mean,
Swagger.
he just looks like he looks like me. He's got a dad bod. He looks like a normal
Mac and cheese, baby.
a normal dude who's in the
Poor man's
NFL,
Joe
which is
Burrow.
amazing. I mean, he's not like one of these jack dudes who looks like he's in the NFL. And he's got a dad bod, and he eats mac and cheese. And I mean, every night I bet. I mean, I love it. He's just a great guy, and I think he's going to throw for over 500 yards and 6 touchdowns. I think it's going to be a blowout. I think that's the bottom line. Mac and cheese is going to thrive.
I think he might be the most NFL-ready quarterback out of all.
Yeah, dude, he is. That's what I love. Like,
Even Lawrence.
I think his offense that he's been put in is just the easiest to handle. I think if Lawrence was in his same position, he'd be putting up better numbers personally.
Similar with Fields. Fields is getting messed up.
Yeah, I mean, for
Fields
sure.
had 9 sacks on him last week.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, at least the Pats have like kind of a line. Like, you're not gonna get killed there. I mean, I'm taking Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tom Brady wants that record. Even if he didn't, even if there wasn't any bad blood between the Bucs and the Patriots and Brady and Belichick, I mean, like, they're an objectively better team. Maybe the Pats pull it out. Maybe there's some mac and cheese magic. Jacoby Myers goes off somehow. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, if I was betting on this, I'm going with the Bucs.
Haggerty?
I mean, I think Brady's the GOAT. I mean, it'll be a good game, but I think Tampa has it in the end.
All right, one last question before we head out. How are we doing on spaghetti supper tickets?
Ooh.
Obviously, very, so easy to sell, right? $10 for some spaghetti, some breadsticks, some cookies. How are we doing on spaghetti supper tickets? What are we most excited for from the bake sale?
Wow.
I think annual favorite, it's a little underrated, is the puppy chow.
Great
Yeah,
choice.
I was going to
Great
go with that.
choice.
It's so good.
Nobody really gets it, but when you do, it's good. And tickets, I'm a little lacking. Coach Simpson was getting on me this morning. I gotta get them all sold tonight, and I think I might get it done.
Say my favorite snack at the bake sale is definitely either the puppy chow. Honestly, I like the Krispy Kreme donuts too. It's just something solid. And for the tickets, didn't know they were mandatory this year, so I haven't sold any yet. About to get on that tonight though.
Yeah,
I'll do it tomorrow. So.
I'll start with the tickets. I'm actually 10 for 10, very excited about that. Sold them all, so I'm looking forward to that half day on Friday. I know y'all could be lacking on that. I might have to go full day. I just want to go ahead and shout out to all the NBA moms who bring in those donuts warm. I mean, you can still feel the heat on that Krispy Kreme glazed donut. And you take a bite and it's just warmth in your mouth. It's love. It's love. Those NBA moms, thank y'all so much.
Those
The Mothers
chicken
Club,
biscuits, please.
Mothers Club, Spaghetti Suppers moms, y'all do the best job ever. Love you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for those warm donuts. It's what gets me through a day at NBA.
Speaking of mothers, my dear mother, Beth Lynchner, bless her heart and her wallet. She loves spaghetti so much. She actually was gracious enough to buy all 10 of mine.
Wow.
Wow.
Women like Beth.
I mean, I think, maybe the family's going to be there, I don't know, but I think Beth's bringing a crowd out there. I mean, she has to be. There's no way she can eat 10 tickets worth of spaghetti by herself. So, I mean, thank you, Mother. I love you. Favorite bake sale items? Really, anything, any chocolate cake. That's my thing right there.
And do you think if your mom can't fill all 10 tickets, that y'all would be taking some home and storing in the freezer for a little leftover?
I mean, yeah, no doubt. I mean, you got to be eating that spaghetti for weeks to come. It's so quality and just, it's just.
New venue this year.
Yeah.
Too. We're gonna be doing it in the.
Is it in the
Be interesting
Berg?
to see.
Burke, isn't it?
Wow. Love that.
Yeah, if anyone watching this is, looking for spaghetti supper tickets, I mean, I'm sure my mother would be glad to help you out with that. She has a couple on her, so yeah.
Beth Lynchner.
I mean, I got to get started on the spaghetti supper tickets
Wow.
too. I mean,
That's disappointing.
That's surprising.
You got a big
Haggerty.
family. You can cover about 7 with your family.
yeah, we
Your
got
dad's
6
got
or
some
7,
connections,
but
right?
I got to get on top of that. pretty
William,
soon.
that just surprises me,
Steven
man.
loves spaghetti.
He
Yeah, Steven will eat up his spaghetti. Head president of
growing boy.
the anime club, actually.
I mean,
Steven Haggerty.
we use that avenue actually.
Yeah, love that.
Sell those tickets.
Noodles.
He was getting an early start on his college process, as I saw him at the ACT this year, down at Hume Fog.
Probably
I
beat
mean-
you by a couple good
He
points.
definitely probably
Yeah,
beat me by
I think he's got me too.
a solid couple points.
Yeah.
But
We'll buy it
everybody has
back.
their own
I mean,
strengths.
Yeah,
Bryce,
love
what
that.
can you say? I mean, start the process early. As Jenny Maddox says, you only get what you put into it.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that is
Well
very
said,
true.
well said.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you here Friday, 7:30 kickoff. Spaghetti supper starts at 5. 5?
Yeah, make sure to be here. Support all the seniors coming out. You know, their mothers will be here with the roses. You know, I think that. What time?
Senior night's next week.
Oh, senior night's not next week. Cut that. Roll red though.
Get
That
your
was.
spaghetti.
I forgot.
Get your full tummy. A lot of energy.
Yes.
I want to hear y'all going rowdy.
Yeah, you know, get some spaghetti in you. You know, probably paint up around 7 or so, something
Yeah,
like
be
that.
down there at 7.
Um,
Oh man, I'm in the homecoming
I mean,
court.
Also,
Wow.
big performance from Big Red Chorus this weekend.
yes.
On Friday.
Wow, really
around
excited for that actually. Yeah.
5:50 or 6:55, or maybe even a little bit later than that because of the 7:30 start. Mr. Diggins will be leading us in the national anthem.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
thank you all for joining us. We'll see you here Friday. Roll red.
Let's go, boys.
All right. Quick shout out to Frank Hancock for working the camera. Ladies, if you need a date for Saturday, it's not too late. Bradford Cummings right here.
Also, thank you to Miss Flanagan for helping us.
Yes,
set
always
this all
amazing.
up. Appreciate it every week.
Thank you. Roll red.
Roll red, boys.